You good?
I'm good.
We live. We good to go.
Is this thing on?
Does that actually make a noise when I do that?
He's like, yeah, it does.
Okay, welcome back to episode 2 of our podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the last one.
Oh my god, hang on a second. Rewind. What's the title again? What's going to be our title?
We have.
Well, we need to say it, do we not? We said it in the last one.
Yeah, but I feel like we might think of a better title.
Well, towards the end.
Go.
Okay.
No, we don't need to.
Title 2. Episode 2, title unknown. Till the end.
Yeah, so our first podcast that went live was a hit.
I know, we literally went live last night.
Yeah.
And the views were in. We were not expecting those views at all. And
like even just the Instagram page in general was just blown up a little bit.
Yeah, which is amazing. Like obviously we weren't expecting that. So thank you so much to everyone who tuned in and watched. The messages we have received have been really kind of overwhelming for me in particularly. So I just want to say thank you so much. And I'm glad it kind of touched people. And if the advice was helpful, I'm so happy. And God, if I can help any more, sure, let me know. But this episode's
going to be way more fun.
Yeah. I feel like, well, of next week's episode, we're actually going to be talking about mental health and be really special guests coming in. But I'll keep all that excitement for next week. But that's going to be one topic that
Yeah. I think next week will be a really interesting one. But this one, we wanted to make this really lighthearted and fun and just... We have some really embarrassing stories that we're going to share from ourselves and people that have sent them in.
Yeah,
you guys that have sent them in. And we're also going to discuss the Oscars because the Oscars were on last night. And obviously we're mad into all that kind of stuff, the makeup and the fashion and whatever.
Yeah.
So we just thought we'd...
stressed.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway.
Anywho.
Yeah, so the podcast will be available on Spotify as well. So we're going to make this really descriptive for people that aren't watching on YouTube. Because obviously for the YouTube version, we will be putting the images up on the screen. But for Spotify, you're just going to have to imagine if you haven't already seen it. So we'll do our best to describe it really good.
Definitely.
Anything else you want to say before we start?
No. Not really. Just thanks so much, and I'm so excited now for this to continue. And this one's obviously going to be so much more upbeat. And
I know.
I was coming in the taxi, and even Shane was like filming me there. I was howling,
snorting, laughing,
laughing. So I'm dying to share a few of these stories with you. Some who have shared them with us will be listening, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that was me."
We're gonna keep them anonymous.
Oh, I said completely anonymous. It's just a bit of crack, and then hopefully people listening or watching can just have an absolute laugh, which is like. If you can't laugh at yourself.
Oh, you'll learn. I don't think anyone's going to look at me the same way after one of my...
Your stories are brilliant. So
I actually told my story yesterday at Rosie. Oh my God, Rosie had her baby.
Sorry, announcement.
We actually should talk about that.
It was actually so funny. So I said to Rosie...
her baby shower was yesterday.
And I said to Rosie at the baby shower, I actually said to Rosie during the week, I was like, oh, it's mad. I feel like when we're recording our next podcast, which is Monday, I just have this feeling that we're going to be like announcing your baby. She was like... Stop, I'm not due for another like week and a half. There she goes last night.
Literally, like baby shower yesterday, we were all just chilling. You know,
she was in labour. Her contractions were like
she
10
was
minutes
having
apart.
contractions.
She's like, I'm grand, still in heels, swollen feet. I can do this.
Only her, like she's amazing. Like seriously,
such a glam bitch.
But yeah, so there's a new member to our girl squad.
There is a new member called Baby Jo Quinn.
Be cute.
I was going to say we'll show a photograph of her, but we'll see.
If she's put up a photo, maybe we can.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll ask permission. So what will we start with first?
Yeah, okay. Let's start with the best dressed Oscars.
Okay,
we'll do a best and worst dress.
Okay, best and worst. Okay.
So why don't we scan through the photos and we'll describe them and then we'll say if we like them or not.
Okay.
Okay. So first up is Tessa Thompson in Chanel Couture
and Jimmy.
I personally don't like this. If I could describe this, if you can't see this.
A Christmas cracker.
Yeah. So it's like basically like a black boob tube dress with some gold tinsel.
With a tutu.
And a little tutu.
With a tutu around the waist and the feet.
Yeah. It's not for me.
It's not for me. I kind of feel though with the Oscars, it's very different. I feel like we're Met Gala gals.
We are Met Gala gals, 100%.
Like, I definitely wore Met Gala style than the Oscars, but there was some gorgeous ones that I really loved. But Tessa,
this isn't for me though.
You're
a stunning girl, but I don't like the dress.
You gotta know for me.
Oh. This girl, I've never heard of this girl before. Danai Guria. Okay, so this is like a gold. I mean, it is a nice shirt. I feel like if that was just plain black, it would
I
probably
feel like that'd
be
be
nice.
gorgeous if it was plain black, and it's
Just the
definitely
colour.
Yeah,
kind of looks like the wrapping you get on like a chocolate bar with like a black belt.
it's like the toffee from the Quality Street, you know, the toffee one,
it
that
looks
kind of
exactly
colour.
like that.
Yeah.
Again, she's stunned, but
Yeah. Next.
the dress, next. Oh, this is Casey Musgraves. Now, I really like this.
Okay. Yeah, you love this.
So I love this. Right. So in the photo, I don't actually think it looks that great. So this is basically, to describe it, it looks like a toilet brush cleaner. It's pink and it's tall and it's
I
puffy.
agree.
But I watched her on the red carpet yesterday and it was so stunning.
I know. I
When she
feel
was
like
walking around.
I
and
feel
there's,
like
little
visually,
cuffs.
if you're watching it with like a video footage, it's amazing and it falls so well. Like with her walking on the red carpet, a picture that looks like, you know, Thumbelina, you know, the neck.
Rude.
You know those ballerina Barbies that you had years ago?
Yeah,
and
and
they were so you pull
the
them.
string and
I feel like that's her like spinning around, but she's
so stunned, and I just thought she looked amazing. But I don't like it in photos, but I liked it in
Yeah,
video.
I do agree. I agree with that.
If you've seen a video, it'd be really nice.
She was in
She's a singer.
Gambastia picture.
Brie Larson. She looked
We're
unreal.
meant to finish the designer's name.
Sorry.
That's fine. No, let's go. Brie
Go on,
Larson.
pronounce it there.
I can't.
Yeah, I don't know either. Brie Larson looked unreal.
Yeah, in Celine.
Yeah,
That's like
stunning.
me now.
That's
Classic.
I could so picture you in this dress. It's basically like a slim
Is that me?
fitting.
I feel like that looks
is
like
you
me.
actually.
Joking.
Just nice and blonde and has a nice figure.
Nice root drag on her hair.
Yeah,
I think she killed that now.
So
That's
this
amazing.
is like a high neck, backless, sleeveless, silver,
dress.
metallic dress.
I love.
Be nice.
It's a really nice length as well. It's just like she
And her
got that
hair and
yeah.
the jewellery. Yeah, it's a vibe. I'm feeling it. Lady Gaga.
Okay, yeah, probably one of my faves. To
Me
be honest,
too.
I just think it's so classic,
She looked
amazing.
Really nice.
The gloves, she's just everything. I just think
I
think she's just like, I know the film A Star Is Born. But like I thought he was laughing at me. But she honestly is just a star. She just after that film, I've just changed my whole perspective.
I always loved her.
Yeah, I did always love her, but I
cool.
just thought in that film she was just incredible. And I almost feel like it was like she was almost sharing her story a little bit too.
Have you watched the documentary on her on Netflix?
No, I haven't
It is
actually.
so good. I think it's called like 5 feet. I actually don't know what it's.
I'm gonna watch that later.
It's really, really, really good. She's just cool.
Yeah, I just think it's
Anyway,
amazing.
her dress is unreal. She's
And I
wearing.
feel like
we
she's-
never described it. Sorry, it's a
Oh, yeah.
black boob tube, kind of in at the waist, comes out a bit, comes back in.
Yeah, there's like a place where she
Pleated.
can place her hands, so it looks it's
She
like a
has,
little
like,
part.
She has big black gloves going up like almost up to her armpits, but it looks so nice. And the jewellery.
So that's Alexander McQueen, and she's wearing Tiffany jewelry. That's probably that really expensive necklace that's only out on loan. Remember that film? Oh, it's in
Made in Manhattan.
No.
No?
Can you see me? It's like the magicians and they're trying to get
Oh yeah.
that necklace.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was thinking of Made in Manhattan. You know
When
when
she's
she gets dressed up in
Yeah,
the pink
yeah.
dress and,
Oh,
and
classic
he
film.
puts the necklace on
Yeah.
her. What a film! Great film. Okay, Charlize Theron. I don't
really
know.
like it.
Do you?
Yeah.
I just don't know. I do like it. It's just I actually just thought she looked real different or something last night.
I think it's absolutely amazing. So this is like a baby blue to the floor length dress. It's high neck at the front. You know actually what it looks like? It looks like Hilary Swank dress with the Oscars years ago, the navy one.
Yeah,
That was
navy
actually the
one. That was
dress
very
I
nice.
wanted to get for my Debs, and it wasn't going to be here in
God.
time. And it came here. It came in time like 2 days before. Then it didn't fit me, and then it needed to be altered. But like this actually reminds me of Hilary Swank's
It does
dress, but
kinda,
just like in a
yeah.
baby blue.
I
love
prefer
it.
Hillary's one though.
Yeah, I think it's a
Personally.
gorgeous for spring.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
I mean,
That she's wearing Dior, which is incredible.
Do you know what it is? I think it's her hair. It's so dark.
Yeah.
She normally has.
I feel like if that was maybe on a blonde, it probably would be a little bit more
Yeah.
striking.
Again, like she's
Mhm.
obviously like stunned, but
Stone. Stunning.
Yeah. for me, I don't know.
Okay, yes for me, no for Nadine.
Oh, this is Rachel Weisz. I don't know. She looks
Yeah,
a bit
it's
like a traffic
interesting.
cone.
Yeah, like I couldn't describe it better.
I feel mean. Like I'm not like again like she's like all
No, she
these
looks-
women are beautiful, but like it's just
Givenchy
no.
Couture.
It's too red. The
Couture.
bag is too matchy, and the hair and no.
No, I don't like it. How would
No.
we describe it? It's just
It's like
it-
latex.
it's
like
latex
a
on the top.
T-shirt on the top and into like a it's all red and it's like a pleated skirt. No. Sorry.
No, honey.
Next. Oh, Sarah Paulson. No. This looks like a what's that
TP.
thing? Yeah,
a kettle.
A kettle thing. What the hell?
What are they called again?
A kettle cozy, one of them things.
Cozies.
You know the little jacket you put on your teapot, like.
Or on your toilet roll. A toilet roll holder. That's what you look like. I'm joking. She doesn't actually have a toilet roll. It's just not for me. It's just not my style.
Me either.
I don't think the colour is great. I think the neckline is all wrong.
I think the colour is too young for her. Is that a bad thing to say?
I just don't get like how it opens around the waist. Like it's like quite revealing, and then
and the top, there's no shape to it.
It's just not for me.
Who's
you look great
Brandon
though, but just not for me.
Yeah, same. Oh, yeah, this was everything.
I think this is my favourite.
Same, 100%. Best dress, Billy Porter in basically a tux that has a massive. So the top of it is a tux, like a blazer,
gorgeous like velvet tux,
sticky bow. It's very like Victorian, like with the little sleeves coming out.
Yeah, and then obviously how big the skirt is.
Huge ball gown.
Yeah, oh my
that
God.
is everything. Love
What's
that
for
him.
That's from Christian
Serrano.
Yeah, you go Billy.
That like blew up on Instagram.
Yeah, what was it?
Night.
Unreal.
So cool.
I'm waiting to see these like memes or memes or like people just doing like, impressions.
Someone could be under that skirt. 100%.
100%. I mean, I would
for her. It's very casual.
Yeah, but I think for her, like it's very her. It's like this. So basically,
those boots
this
are
Elijah
like
Fisher, and she's wearing just like a black tuxedo suit. Obviously, she's not wearing a dicky bow or a black tie or anything. It's just like a white shirt. It's very, very simple. I feel like she probably could have changed up the shoes. The boots kind of like really casual it down.
If she had worn a little like
court or barely there, I think it would be ideal. Yeah, I think it's like, it's not my favourite, but I definitely think for her it's nice. And
no, I don't like it at all.
No,
I'm a bitch, but like
no. Like I get why you don't like it. I just know for her
casual. I'm like,
I feel like she could have changed up the shoes.
If the shoes were different, I think it would be way more of a vibe. Personally. Oh, Gemma Chan. I
kind of loved this.
It looks like a duvet, but I kind of love
Valentino Couture. I just like I'm all over that.
She's probably the most stunning person I've seen in a long time. She's in a Crazy Rich Asians.
I haven't seen that film yet.
So good. Me and Dave watched it on the plane on the way to New York, and I actually fancy her so much. Dave was like, "Aiden, stop talking about it." And I was like, "But she's so pretty. Like she's so pretty." Look at her. And when she talks, she has like the sexiest English accent I've ever heard in my life.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I love it. I think it's gorgeous.
So she's in Valentino Couture. It's basically like a big pink, puffy, long, big dress, and around the neck, it's like almost like a flower.
Yeah, it goes around the neck.
Good way to describe it.
Yeah,
it's not for everyone, but I just think she looks amazing in it. I wouldn't wear it myself though, but she looks unreal. Oh, she looked nice on the carpet. The only thing I didn't like her necklace. This is Laura Harrier. So she's
in Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. It's nice. Like it's very. Do you know what you were saying in the car? Like all the fashion was very like early 2000s.
Yeah, that's very my
dated. Like.
Yeah, very like I just felt quite dated. Now the Oscars is a little bit more like kind of reserved, as I said. Like we're more Met Gala girls, but yeah, no, I like it, but it's just
like a baby blue.
Yeah, but I think they say fashion repeats itself, so maybe like
I didn't know. I did like it. I thought she looked again. She's so pretty, and I was watching her being interviewed, and like she's stunning to look at. Like, but I didn't like her necklace with it or something. Just everything about it was really dated to me.
Yeah, so it looks like a skirt and top, but like it obviously is a dress. It's obviously, but it does look like a skirt and top with my seeing things with the band. I don't know. It's just like a really, really light blue, and then it's just embellished the whole way down. She has her hair up in like a little bun.
Yeah, the shoe, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. I feel like I would have wore that to my Debs in 2006.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't make my Debs in 2006.
Jesus.
I'm not that old.
Yeah, I was not
That's
even
the first year. Were you not in 2006? No. I don't know where I was in 2006.
I started secondary school in 2007. So you would have been in secondary school.
Oh yeah.
Very early stages. Next. Oh, this is Lucy Boynton. This is Rami Malek's girlfriend. She was in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, no, yes. No.
I didn't like it.
No.
Looks like a dairy milk.
Yeah, it's like
It's like-
Bardot style,
it's that,
but
like,
like puff sleeves
Purple.
to the floor. Looks like a Quality Street
Yeah. Box.
but out
Tin.
just that purple. It's that purple, isn't it? Actually, you're right. Dairy Milk purple.
Yeah.
And then it has a little waistband with then a bow in the center.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's actually 2 bows at her arms as well.
Her hair is nice though.
I love her hair.
I like her hair.
I don't like this is the Oscar fashion, do you know? But I just feel like
I don't know. I think I've seen better years.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that year Jennifer Lawrence fell up getting her award and she wore
my
that
God.
big, huge dress? I thought she looked amazing.
yeah, amazing.
Like, that was a vibe.
Yeah.
Like this. I'm such a bitch. Like,
I
why?
feel like this is a print that you would see in like
a carpet.
no, like you know in those shops where they're great for bargains, like in the Ilac. Like you know that small shops
I
and
know
they'll
what
have
you
like that
mean, yeah.
sequinty print in the front window.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
I just
I feel
don't
like
know.
it looks
Again,
like it looks like a glittery scaly fish.
yeah. Like a glam fish.
A glam fish.
On a dress.
But not a glam fish
On
for
Emma
the
Stone.
Oscars.
Sorry,
Emma
this is Emma
Stone.
Stone in Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
And like, again, like I feel like it is a nice dress.
And I
she's
love Emma
obviously
Stone.
Same, love her. Just
But
not, it's not a vibe.
It's
for me.
not a vibe.
Oh, Stun.
Okay, all over
Obsessed.
this.
Arena Shack.
Yeah, but like, would you expect anything less?
No.
No.
She's so hot.
She's
what the hell?
just incredible.
If that was
Actually,
her fella, like,
hang-
can't deal.
who won in the end? I didn't even look this up.
So the best picture was Green Book.
Oh, obviously. Loved it. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, it's so good. Has anyone seen the Green Book? Oh, it's
haven't seen
brilliant.
Lady Gaga and Mark Ronson won the best song. Olivia Colman won best supporting actress. Oh no, she won
Which-
best actress. Sorry, and
What was her film?
the favorite, that one.
I didn't see that either.
Her speech
Is it?
was gas.
Was it?
Oh my god! Like, she's the funniest person ever. I actually love her because she just doesn't expect to win anything, and she won the Golden Globe as well.
No way.
And she's just so funny. Like, who's your one that won the best supporting actress? I cannot remember her name. Her dress was absolutely amazing.
Really?
Oh,
I'll
you
try to
know
look it
her,
up.
Regina King. That's her name.
Regina
You know
King.
Regina King. She was in A Cinderella Story. She
Oh,
was.
yes.
Yeah, she was in Miss Congeniality and all
Yeah,
the movies years
yeah.
ago. But I feel like now she's just really
She's
come up again.
Coming
And
back
she
again.
won the Golden Globe, pretty sure, and now she won the Oscar, and she looked phenomenal. She wore this like
So
white.
the Star Was Born not win anything?
They won the best song
Oh,
for Shallow or whatever, but they didn't win. No.
no.
Who else won? Rami Malek won best actor for Bohemian Rhapsody,
Oh,
and your man
amazing. I'm so...
Mahershala Ali, he won the best supporting actor for what movie was that he was in? Was it Green Book as well, maybe?
Was it the Green Book?
But he won it last year as well for Moonlight. Was that last year or the year before that?
Oh, man, there was
He's won it
such
twice.
chaos over
When
that
they
one.
picked the wrong name.
one. Who did they pick out again?
They said it was La La Land, but it was Moonlight that won. Nightmare. Awkward for your man.
Imagine.
And then the next year, it must have been 2 years ago, because the next year he came out again with the same girl and they announced it, but they did it right.
Oh,
Because
really?
they like had fucked it up before. How
I can
funny, like.
Imagine doing that. I remember that. That was just like awful.
It was so awkward, like.
So,
Because I actually remember Emma Stone's face when they picked, like, they said La La Land and it just wasn't her.
wasn't her.
Here's a list of the worst dress that an article has put up. And I have to say, I agree.
I agree with that one.
Excuse me. Okay, so
How would you
this
describe this? Deep plunge,
tulle, so much tulle,
so much tulle. It's just tulle.
pink.
And then it goes up at the
Fuchsia.
front and drapes at the back. And there's a big pink bow and it's just completely...
She was in a Scooby Doo. That's what I know her from.
Oh my God, she was in Scooby Doo.
She was Wilma.
She was
Or
in a
whatever
lot
it
of
is.
films though.
Yeah, I always just remember her as that. I don't
yeah.
know what else she's in.
I remember that film too. That was a
Great
classic
movie.
film.
Great movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Emma Stone's
Worst.
on the worst dress list.
Yeah, I think we were
Like, I
right.
called it. Rachel Weisz
Yeah.
also on the worst dress list. Yeah, I
We
would
called it.
agree. Sarah Paulson, I would agree. Awkwafina, yeah. But then you know what? Like, this is her. Like, her style is like out there. But just for me, like that, she's
I
wearing
just
a
wouldn't have
silver
wore
suit.
the thing in the middle. I would have just like killed it with like deep plunge, sexy.
I just don't get why they're all going so cash. Like, I would wear this into town on a Saturday night, like, not to the Oscars.
with that bow around your neck.
No, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't actually wear it, but I'm just saying.
I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
Be cash. Gemma Chan is on the worst list.
Yeah, I think. Oh,
I think she's just so pretty.
yeah. I think just
sorry,
because we
have-
love her,
I
we're
have
just
a
like,
soft spot for
yeah.
her.
Megan Good.
I don't think that's that bad. Megan Good. She's wearing.
I feel like
pink.
the color. I feel like it's kind of like.
Oh my god, that's the girl from. Do you remember Cousin Skeeter?
Oh my god, yeah, and she's in one of those Bring It On films, I think.
Probably. She's been all them old movies. Oh, unreal. I haven't seen her in years. She's looking great. Juliana Rancic was on the worst dress. No, I thought she looked great.
I don't like that.
I thought she looked really well though. Like, it's
I don't know. I don't like the skirt. I don't like the skirt.
It's like a black.
I feel like her shoes are like Manolo Blahniks or something. They're fab.
Yeah, the shoes are fab.
Interesting.
Casey Musgraves. Oh my god, all my favourites.
You have shit fashion.
Oh,
love the button detail on
same.
this.
If you got rid of the puffy sleeves, this is Marianne Farley. I don't know who that is, but yeah, it's like a white puffy sleeve thing.
I was like, she's an actress, obviously.
Right, I think that's enough. Will we just get into the embarrassing stories now?
Yeah,
give the people what they want.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Let's get my shirt.
Let's ease ourselves in. I feel like my one is so extreme that like we should tell some like more low key ones first.
Like, I was trying to see, do I have anyone?
I have some funny ones of you. Remember the VIP awards last year?
Do
you remember the VIP awards of you last year?
Let's not mention.
Can we tell?
It's not that funny, like. But it's not really funny, is it? It's just like me.
Yeah, so it's not that funny. You were just really, really drunk.
I just hadn't eaten that day, and then I had like champagne, and then I sat beside James Kavanagh, and he was feeding me red wine, white wine. I was around talking to Espresso Marts.
Never forget that.
And then all of a sudden I was bojangled, and I remember standing outside and smoking here, and I'm like, can't walk.
Do you remember the dress I wore to the VIP awards last year was like a black jumpsuit, but it had a huge cape on it.
Oh yeah,
and Neve was like under my cape. Every time I walk, I turn around and she'd be just like hiding
like, how
under my
embarrassing.
cape.
But in fairness, I don't think anyone was around at that point. I think we had left kind of early.
No one noticed. Like, I wasn't really drinking because I had somewhere to be the next day. I can't remember where. But
I know we both had somewhere to be the next day. We had our big event in Arnott's.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
And I woke up, I was like,
at least one of us is responsible. And it's not actually usually me that's the responsible one, in fairness.
Well, no. I feel like sometimes.
You want to see me on Saturday? I was
Baloo drunk.
Oh my god. I was out at bottomless brunch. And like, it was only when I got home I was like, I realised how drunk I was and like fell asleep on my bed in my clothes. David took my makeup off for me.
I mean, it was a vibe. As we said, everyone needs oh my god, some of the stories that we're getting.
Yeah, so we asked you guys to send in some embarrassing or funny stories, and we honestly were pissing ourselves laughing at some of these. Like, they are so gas. Do you want to read out that one about the girl and her dog?
Oh my god, yeah. Where are you, honey? Okay, these are totally anonymous, by the way.
Yeah, we're not going to tell any names.
Okay.
Go for it. Take the floor.
I'm going to try. Okay, I need to get myself together because it's just brilliant. Okay, if we can all, like when I'm reading this out, imagining this happening, imagining it's you. Because I think that's why I went, hang on. Oh my god, where is it gone?
Here, sorry. I have it on my phone. She sent it to me as well.
Did she?
Yep. Oh, here. Here, I have it.
Okay, embarrassing story alert. This is probably the most embarrassing but funny story. Imagine like just telling your grandchildren this.
It's so embarrassing. I would die.
Okay. My funny story is so mortifying. You've no idea. So I was in Tesco one day getting wine for my parents. So I call my mum asking which one to get, and she interrupts the conversation.
I love how you find this funny.
I just because I have a dog and I can imagine this happening. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? No, wait, I don't have a vibrator. Oh my god, I do not have a vibrator. I know I was single for a long time, but hey, joking.
Oh god,
what the oh, sorry, the conversation. Sorry, I call my mum asking which one to get, and she interrupts the conversation. What the fuck is that, Wilson? My dog just came into the room with my fucking dildo. Oh, my dog. Oh, Jesus. Come back to me. Dog's with fucking dildo or whatever. So my dog somehow found my vibrator under my bed and decided to throw it. Up in the dog. The giant dog. Imagine if it was on, making a noise. Not that I know. Oh God! Under my, oh God, come on! Under up in the air in the sitting room in front of my mum and dad. My mum asked on the phone, "Is it yours?" And my response was, "Well, it's not Dad's, is it?" Well, I say I sat on the floor in Tesco, not knowing what to do. When I get home, it was just put away somewhere, and it was left standing on beside my bed, with my mum saying it doesn't work very well, does it? While she was waving it around in her hand. So then she told the story on the whole family WhatsApp group. Can you imagine the mortification? Oh my God, sorry. I just found that so funny. And I do not own a vibrator. I don't. Lulu's never got her hands on it.
Oh my God.
Oh God, do you want to...
Oh my God. Where was that other...
Oh, Wilson. Fuck Wilson. What did they say? God damn it, Wilson. There were some funny ones, wasn't there, though?
Oh, some really fun. The one about the fucking car keys. Oh my God.
There was one with the car keys, and it was literally like...
It was like when me and my boyfriend were drunk, I stuck my car keys up his bum.
Oh yeah, can I just say when I read this out first?
We were in the kitchen.
We was in the kitchen,
mom and dad.
In the kitchen with Aideen's mum and dad, and I'm like crying, laughing, like hysterical.
She burst out laughing, and my mom was like, "What?"
You tell her, and I was like, and then Aideen was like, "Come on, just tell her." I was like, "I don't think I can," and then I read it out, and I was like, so before me and my boyfriend got together,
Let me try and find it.
I stuck a key up his bum when I was drunk, and never.
Oh my God, that is so
and now we're together a year later, and like, well, we know he's obviously into something.
We need some composure. This one's funny. I was staying in my boyfriend's family home, only together 6 months. We went out, got absolutely twisted. I've no memory, but the next morning I woke up and turned to look at him, and I had vomited all over the sleeping lad in the middle of the night. I mean, pizza at McDonald's Babylon was literally all over him. I screeched and made him believe he got sick all over himself. I mean, my story,
you can relate. I was waiting for you. I was like, well, you can relate.
Well, I just tell mine now.
Yeah, you need to tell yours now. It's so funny.
I actually have two, but I'll tell the Bali one first.
Yeah. Why was just the other one?
The one from Italy.
Oh, yeah.
It's always when I'm away, bad things happen to me.
Bad things happen your way.
Okay. I need to set the scene here. So, need full attention.
I know, so I'm just reading
to be involved in how funny this.
Yeah.
You know, you've heard this story a million times, but it's so funny.
Right.
So, I used to be so embarrassed to even mention this story because it's like probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life. But anyway, so 2015, me and David went to Bali, and we were together about 2 years. So like we were very comfortable around each other, grand. And we went out for dinner one night, and we ordered loads of food. We went to like, I wouldn't say it was like a local restaurant. It was definitely a restaurant like that was like similar food to you get here. So we were like, felt totally safe. It was really clean. It was modern, whatever. Ordered loads of food. That was fine. Went home that night, and I just remember I couldn't sleep at all. I was like really restless in the bed. I don't know what it was. I just felt really sick. And then of course, like I obviously had the shits basically. So I was every 5 minutes I was like going to the toilet, whatever. And
it's the most awful
it's
feeling.
The worst
as well.
feeling. I'm sure everyone's had. If you've been to Asia, you've probably like had this feeling.
It. Yeah.
And I just remember being so sick that like even if I turned in the bed, like I was done, like gone. See you, like. And so like 3 days had passed, and I literally was still in bed. I couldn't lift my head off the fucking pillow. I was dying. I've never felt so sick in my life. And of course I felt so bad on Dave because he was stuck in the room, and he's so nice. Like I was like, go. I was like, do the touristy stuff without me. Like I was like, we're on holiday. I don't want to be wasting your time. And he was like, no, it's grand. Like I'll stay. And he went down to the pool, I think, for a few hours while I was sleeping because I was so sick. So it was probably like the third morning, and he was like to me, oh, like, why don't you get up out of the room and go down for breakfast? Like, he was like, maybe you need to just get a bit of air. It'll make you feel better. And I was like, yeah, okay. But I knew I wasn't okay. But I felt so bad on him that I was like, right, fuck it, 18, put yourself together, get up, get dressed. Let's do this. So I managed to get myself up. I remember threw on like one of those little penny beach dresses, like my little flip flops, and I'm there like slowly like making my way out of the room. I felt like it was like I had like a fucking 5-day hangover. Like that's how sick I felt, and I obviously hadn't eaten anything in 3 days. I couldn't keep anything down at all. So we sit down at the breakfast, and if you literally picture, if you've had like a buffet breakfast in any restaurant or like any hotel in Ireland, it's like that. Packed people. It was 9 o'clock, peak time. Everyone was there. And so we're sitting down, and Dave's like, right, I'll go get the food, you just chill. And I was like, yeah, grand. So he comes over and brought over a load of food, and as soon as I smelled the food, I was like, oh my God. I was like, the smell of this is actually making me just want to die. So I was like, Dave, I can't eat this. Like, and he's like, oh, you're all right. And I was like, no, I actually think I really need to go to the toilet. So like stood up.
When you said you thought you were going to faint.
I had to go to the toilet first. I felt like I had to go to the toilet first. So I stood up to go, and then I was like, oh my God, I actually don't have the energy to get up and go. I just like physically can't move. I'm like stuck in this seat. And also the toilet was like fucking 10 steps away. We have to walk down to the pool. Then I was like, it's just not gonna happen. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then so I'm sitting there, and then I'm like, holy shit, I am going to faint. And I was like, Dave, and I'm quite dramatic at times, I feel. So if you can imagine, I'm sitting dramatic there. I remember this so well, literally sitting like the way we were. So you're Dave,
remember that time you thought you got concussed and like you just
Can I beat that?
And she literally like hit her head off like
no, we were on a banana boat, and it was like Sean Walton's bum landed on my head.
Oh my God, she thought she was concussed, and I beat that. She like, I pulled her, like she was like literally, this is
you know when you were in the water, and
I was like, she was like, I need to get on the boat. So I was like, no, you don't. Shape up. You were like, I think I'm concussed.
I just felt funny. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
So I'm sitting there, and I was like, no, fuck Dave, I'm gonna faint. And he's like, really? And he's like, okay, quick, like let's get up. Like there's a couch. So like from I'd say like 20 steps from our table, you could see into the reception of the hotel where there was a couch. And Dave said, he's like, let's get her to the couch and she can just chill there, right? So I'm like sitting there, and I go to, he's like, right, come on, get up. And he like kind of walked over to like pick me up. So I literally like stand up this much, and then next of all, I'm gone, blacked out, completely fucking fainted. David caught me, but as I fell, I shit myself in the fucking hotel, all over myself, all over David's flip flops, everywhere. I fucking shit myself. So like, I'm passed out as well. So like, I'm unconscious.
She's no control of her bells. She can't clench.
I was wearing a little thong as well, so I was not even to fucking
say.
Jesus. So yeah,
you can all visualize that.
I know. So anyway, it was a fucking disaster, and I've obviously I'm unconscious, and I don't know if anyone's ever fainted before, but your hearing goes, your vision goes, everything. You're out cold. But my hearing came back, but I couldn't see anything, right? So then obviously I could hear a load of commotion around me, like. And I'm like, oh my God, what the hell just after happening? And they're obviously trying to pick me up and put me on a chair. And me being sound to the hotel, I was like, the chair was one of those, it was just like a normal kitchen chair, but it was like material. So I'm there like sitting on the edge, and Dave's like, would you fucking sit back? And I was like, there's material on the chair, David. I was like, I don't want to ruin it, because I obviously knew. Oh, and there's really funny about it, and I forgot to tell this yesterday. David says the funniest part is I look down and I like put my hand in between my legs, and I just go, great, I just fucking shit myself. So all these people, I think at the start people thought I actually had vomited, like that's, if you can imagine that. And then they realised what had happened, and they were like, oh my God, and everyone slowly started like backing away.
And then they tell them.
So then the people that work in the hotel got a fucking wheelchair, put me in the wheelchair.
Shit down her leg.
I literally shit down my leg.
Get wheelchair
sludging behind me, right?
With his fucking flip-flop.
And they wheeled me through the hotel, and Dave was like, right, to the guy.
It gets better.
The guy's so sad, and Dave was like, right, I'll run up to the room and open the door, you wheel her up, right? So obviously they had to put me in the lift, right? So like, you know, the lift opens, they wheel me in, there's like a couple in there, they see me in the wheelchair like dead, like oh my God, are you okay? And I'm just like, don't look at me, please. Just don't look at me.
So they're not getting out of the lift.
They're not getting out of the lift. So they're in there the whole time. And then they probably got a whiff. And then they probably like looked at what happened and were like, oh my God. And I remember just sitting there, you can fucking hear the elevator music. And like,
you know that like.
It was so awkward. So they would get out. They wheel me into my room and literally your man's there having the chat to Dave and Dave's like, just get out of my fucking room. He's like, I need to deal with this. Literally, I just crawled into the shower and I think I sat there for 20 minutes contemplating my life.
Oh my God.
But that's when I knew that David really loved me because we're still together.
I know, we're still together now.
It's a great
he
story.
May cherish that
I
moment
couldn't
of
tell
the
that story
squishy
for a
flip-flop.
long time. I was so embarrassed. But
I remember you telling me that and I fell around
I know.
laughing.
It's a good story. But yeah. So now everyone's never going to look at me the same way.
I don't like have really any stories like that. I have drunk stories where I fall. I get like jelly legs and I like fall head first.
Oh, like the video of you
in Kilkenny. I actually put it on my story and I'm just like ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. What else? I don't think I know I've like I've weed myself because I've actually really bad bladder.
From like laughing or just you not making it in time?
My friend won't mind that I say this because I'm obviously not going to mention her name. We're actually all down in Wexford one day and we were all sitting on the sands. You know, obviously when you wee on the sand, like it obviously creates like you can see a little puddle. It was so funny. So we were all sitting there and this is like at a decent age, like we're not like that young, like it was only recently. And she's calling me over and I'm like, what? She's like, Niamh. So she's had a baby, so she's like, Niamh. I was like, what's wrong? She was like, I can't get up. I was like, why? I was like, get the fuck up, you mad thing. I can't get up. I can't get up. I was like, why? I was like, oh my God, you get your period. She was like, no. I fucking pissed myself. So you can imagine we're all standing there and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, she's grand. She's grand. She'll be over in a second. She's like, what are we going to do? I said, up and I'll kick the sand quick. So there I am, kicking the sand then as she's getting up. And then she obviously had to tie her thing around. Yeah. Anyway, that's a funny story now. It was funny at the time.
That's funny.
Didn't see you laughing, Shane. For sake.
Someone said, ordered a pizza when I was drunk on the way home. I got in, left my front door open and my little sister was woken up to the Domino's man standing in our kitchen in the morning. She was so confused. Oh, this one's good. I was at an outdoor festival chatting away to this guy. All was grand. We had a cheeky shift when suddenly the heavens opened and it literally started pouring rain. At this point, the logical thing to do would have been to go into the indoor tent. Oh no, not me. Instead, I whipped out my umbrella, popped it up and we continued to shift. So there's now a photo of me shifting a guy, one hand on his shoulder, the other holding my little pennies brolly 4 years later. Still haven't lived it down.
Oh my God, it'd be lovely
Dedication,
if she was still with him.
Love that for you. My friend lives in Canada and she went on a hike with her best friend and two of the lads. So the four of them went on this hike and the hike is called like the Unnecessary Trail. So like it's this massive hike that like people go missing every year doing it. It's like really not recommended. You have to be like an extremely experienced hiker to do it. Like you need to have all the proper gear and whatever. And this is like a casual Sunday stroll. So they're just like literally she's in a pair of leggings and runners and a little top like. So they're on the hike or whatever, and the two lads are walking ahead, and the girls are walking behind having the chats. And the lads obviously are following the trail, and the girls aren't looking at the lads, so they lose track of where the guys are gone. So they look up, and the guys are gone, and they're like, "Fuck! Like where are they? Like what do we do?" So basically, the guys went left, the girls ended up going right, so they got completely split up. So the girls just kept walking, and they had no signal where they were because they were so high up in the mountains, and basically the lads got down to the bottom of the mountain and the girls just were nowhere to be seen, and the guys are freaking out, like they were like, what the fuck, did something happen? There's lots of bears and coyotes and all that kind of stuff up there as well, and it's like it's just really dangerous. I don't know why they even did it, to be honest. So they couldn't find them. They waited for like an hour and then there was no sign of them, and then they started to panic and it started getting really dark as well. So long story short, the girls got lost, ended up on the edge of a cliff, hanging on the edge of a cliff because they took a wrong turn and it got so dark. They had to
like their knees and stuff were all bruised.
Oh my God, like the videos, like they were in bits because they were climbing, like they fell down the cliff, they had to climb back up it. They were crossing over rivers, like it was pitch black. One of the girls, they had no signal on their phone, and one of the girls' battery was dead, so the other phone only had like 10%. Oh, and
imagine the fear.
They were able to get through to, like, they could ring like 999 because obviously you don't need to have a signal to ring them. And because I don't know what it was, basically they couldn't locate them, they didn't know where they were, And my friend literally was like, no, like full on like that. I thought we were going to die that night. Like she was like, it was the scariest night of my life. And
imagine those like feelings and like going through your head. And
like, I wouldn't say, we kind of slag her now about it, but at the time it was like really serious. I remember being like, holy shit, like what? And so basically how they got found was obviously when they got through to the police or the ambulance or whoever they rang, one of the girls is able to like whistle, you know, that like really loud whistle.
It's like that film The Prisoners. Have you ever seen that? Where
whistle? It's kind of like that. Like it's like she literally could whistle so loud, so she kept whistling. So all these like mountain rescue people came and were trying to locate them. They were following the whistle. And
that's like a film.
I know. And eventually they were found. Like hours out. I think it was like 8 hours maybe later. They were found.
Longer, I remember.
It was a really long time. And they were found, and they took them like I think 3 or 4 hours to get them back down the mountain, because obviously they had to cross a river and all this shit. They get down to the bottom of the mountain, and the news and like the local news crew are there waiting, like greeting them. So
I remember looking at the interview.
Oh my god, she linked it to me. So they're just standing at the end thing, like 2 Irish girls, and it's like, what happened? And the 2 of them are there just like, I don't know. Like we went on a hike, and they're like, why did you do this hike? And they're like we don't know. Everywhere. Like there was articles up about them all that day before they were found, being like 2 hikers missing on the, like it was so serious.
It was mental.
They're fine now anyway, but
they're alive.
It's just a funny story. Dave used to slag her all the time. I remember actually the 2 lads they were with sent them a photo the next day of 2 like dads with 2 babies in those like harnesses, you know, that they hold as the kids don't run away.
That's what they needed to be on. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Funny story. But yeah, it's not that funny, but it's just kind of like,
I remember you telling me. I remember actually coming to your house the following morning when you just received those messages.
I know.
Or like the news.
I would love to put the photos in, but I don't know if she'd probably
yeah, she'd probably be like, absolutely not.
She told me I could tell the story though. I was talking to her yesterday, but she said just don't say my name.
I'm trying to think, I don't really have, I have mush brain when it comes to these things.
I feel like so many like embarrassing things happen to me on the reg, like
on the reg,
that I'm just so I'm so oblivious to it at this point. Like if it's happened, it's happened to me probably. Like
I kind of feel like I definitely do have a funny story.
I have another. Oh no, I'm actually not going to tell that. It's too weird.
I mean,
I told it yesterday.
Huh.
The ambulance. No, my dad on the phone. I'm not telling it.
A funny story about 2 really close people, and it's actually gas, and it actually only happened like years ago. So one person, I'll tell you after who it is, but we can't put it up. But we know them really well. We all know them. Okay. Well, you know one of them.
Okay, I think I know who probably.
Greg knows one too. And like this person probably would have been about 21, 22.
Okay.
And the other person probably would have been like in his teens, but like not that young. And they heard something upstairs, like they were just in like their room or they were downstairs, and they heard something like upstairs rattling. And can you imagine like the age of these people? And they were like, oh my god, fuck, like that's someone coming into the room. And their mum and dad were out at the time, so they were just out for dinner, and they were, you know, convincing each other that like this was like a burglar in the house. So like I think they ran into the kitchen, got some knives, ran into the back of one of their parents' jeeps, got in the back, rang their mother and father that's at dinner. But can we please keep in mind the age of these people? So this is like a 22-year-old, and then like a 21, 22-year-old, and then like a teenager in her late teens, and they're ringing their dad from the back of the jeep with knives. So the dad is just like, oh, you joking me, like fuck, like we're gonna have to ring the guards.
Now I know who it is.
So they ring. Oh shit! Sorry, cut that out.
I had a feeling it was
that. So ringing the guards, and his dad was like, we're gonna have to, and his mum was just like, no, like we can't be ringing the guards. Like, anyway, the guards are rang, and they're driving home. They come up the big long road, and there's not 4, not 5, but 6 squad cars beaming around the house. And they said at this point, when they were in the jeep, they said to themselves, fuck, will we run into the house and open the back door so it actually looks like someone? So they had a feeling at that point there was nobody in the house.
They thought they were just
the squad cars were coming up. So the parents are driving up, getting out of the car, 6 squad cars, and the 2 grown enough men in the back of the jeep with knives. And there was and then they figured out it was 2 pigeons on top of the roof noodling. There was a nest up there with pigeons. But I just think that's
just
gas
when
for
you said about squad cars there, I just got this like weird flashback of when I was younger. Did you ever get caught by the guards when you were younger hanging around?
honey. I was
the
in
funniest
competitive
stories.
sport and dancing.
Oh yeah,
constant
you
training.
actually said, well, I wasn't.
I was like drinking all the time.
No.
Yes.
No.
And funny enough, you probably think that I'm like the wild one that was out drinking all the time, and I wasn't. And you were.
Yeah, same. I wasn't at all. Where the sessions happen on the weekend, like you'd literally walk into this forest at any time on the weekend, and someone you know will be hanging around, like. And it was during the summer, and obviously everyone's there.
What was the forest called?
The forest, like literally, it was called the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just in the middle of my area where I'm from. And it's now a housing estate now. They knocked it down. All our childhood memories gone. But I remember one time we were sitting there and obviously like having a few drinks or whatever, and everyone just starts running all of a sudden. Everyone's like, quick, like run. And I remember I was listening to music with my friends. We were sharing like an earphone each, so I couldn't really hear, and I just look up and everyone's just like pegging it. I was like shit. So I started running. Of course, me being me, run in the direction of the guards. So I run into the guards, and I'm standing there like, oh fuck, like here, this is me, I'm done. So there's like 8 of us in a like circle, and oh funny, right? So they caught us or whatever, we were in trouble, grand, and they were like, right, we're going to take all your details, like you need to give us your address, your parents' names, your phone numbers, everything, right? So no, like it's not actually me. This I was like,
guys,
bleeping that out, but
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So this is my friend. So basically there's 8 of us in a circle standing around or whatever, and they're like, okay, what's your name? So I was just honest. I was like, Aideen Murphy, gave my address, gave my mom's phone number. I was like, what's the point in lying? I'm caught now. And I wasn't even drunk, like at all. Like I don't even know if I had a drink at this stage, being honest. Like, and then everyone did their name, and then my best friend standing beside me turns around and is like, has this little cocky look at her. She's like, yeah, don't worry, I fucking got this, like watch me, like. And I'm there like, oh my, you know, when you just know your friend that well. And I was like, what is she gonna do? I was like, oh my god. So they ask her name. Of course she gives like the fakest name ever, like nothing even similar to them. She gave an address that was on my road, first of all, and then she gave a phone number, and the phone number was a make-up phone number, so she just called out like 10 digits. So the guards copped something was up, and they're like, this is like not right. So they're like, right, we're going to go back around the circle now, and everyone needs to give all their details again. We want to double check we have everyone's right. And one of my friends at the time was so smart. She gave her own phone number and turned her phone off in her pocket as the guards are talking to her, which is
oh my god, what a smart girl.
So anyway, it gets back to my friend, and they're like, okay, what's the phone number? And she was like, caught rapid, like she knew she was done. And I remember her just being like, okay, I'm so sorry, I'll tell you everything. My name is blah blah blah, this is my address. And they were like, no, the guards are real arseholes, like in fact rightly so, like
back then they were
ruthless, like, but I get it, like obviously we were just hanging around up to no good or whatever. And so you remember him literally them grabbing her, it's like, you're coming with us. And we were all like like, oh my god, we're gonna get in so much trouble. And I think it was around the time of her junior cert results coming out, so obviously we had a big night out, and we were like, oh my god, she's not going to be like, go, like this is us done, our lives are over. And they put her in the squad car. In the back of the squad car, you see her driving around the little roundabout, like you see her in the back of the car, her little face. And the guards pull up to her house, knock on the door, and of course her dad is a guard too, and knock on the door. Her dad answers, oh Jesus, Paddy, what's the crack? And then he's like, oh he's like, this is your daughter. So she walks in, got away with the whole thing because his dad needs her.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine that. I say her dad wanted to kill her then though.
It was funny.
I feel like that was like all my friends have fun.
I actually think she managed to convince her parents.
Remember the days where you'd get like half a nagging on his shoulder, or like three cans of Stonehouse. One can of Stonehouse. Well, I don't know. I just remember I only went out drinking a couple of times really.
Oh yeah, I thought
no,
you were
actually
dancing.
It was more like no, it was like Jan and Wexford. But I remember there was one time when I gave up dancing. Then I went on an absolute mad one. Actually, I think it's when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. I went on another mad one again.
Yeah.
It's time to go on a mad one when I break up with people.
I was a bit loose up until I was like 17, really? And then I copped on because like I really like that. Obviously, I was in a really bad car crash when I was 17, and it made me just like cop the fuck onto my life. I was like, what am I doing? Like,
you need to get your mom to help you.
This goes back to that story that I didn't want to tell. But yeah, like, not to put a Debbie Downer on the situation, but like, I was in a really bad car crash when I was 17, and like, I was very badly injured, like broke my jaw, fractured my cheekbones in 3 places.
I know.
I
You
actually
were wired shut for like 2 weeks.
For 7 weeks.
It's for 7 weeks.
I have metal plate in my chin that I'll have forever. Broke my wrist. Piece of tree went through my face. Like, really, like,
traumatic.
Pretty traumatic. Enough to make me cop the fuck on and be like, right, Aideen, stop hanging around in fucking forests and do something with your life. And actually, like, I sound real sappy now, but I would say that has a lot to do with my life now. In the sense of really, I was at the age I had just turned 17, and I was like, right, what do you want to do with your life? Because like this, because I literally had like a second chance at life. Pretty much, I should have been dead. Everyone said that, like,
no, I'm like, sure, you probably had those weeks where you just obviously couldn't go out, couldn't do anything anymore, and you're probably like, okay, what, this is not how, like, and of course I was like frustrated and like upset, because I was like, obviously my friends were still carrying on with their lives, and I was in hospital for months and months and months, like just going back every week, getting checkups and everything, because I was so physio,
I was in bits, like, but like, it gave me such a, I would say, like, a head on my shoulders, and just be like, right, just be more mature now, Aideen. And like, I always just think that, like, it's good karma now for me, because I like copped on from that. Get me?
Oh my god, no, sorry, I'm scratching my hair. That story is I remember getting really upset when I heard that story.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty
because
shit
actually, how
time
you
in my
actually
life.
told me that story, I was just like, I remember ages ago, I was like, I'm going to learn how to drive, and you were like, I'm like scared of driving. You're like, and I was like, why? And then you told me, and I was like, oh, it's awful.
Yeah, I still don't drive. Like, how many years ago now? I'm nearly 24, and I was 17 when it happened. So, like,
I feel like you should try soon.
I think I'm gonna get hypnotized.
Yeah,
I've heard of people doing this. Like, I heard of people doing this when they're afraid to fly on airplanes and stuff. You can get hypnotized so you're not scared. Because I like, since that all happened, like, I got I did my driving lessons. I got my theory I did my theory test, got my license, did my lessons and stuff, but I just hated it.
Yeah,
I absolutely hated it, and it just gave me like fear being in a car. I just was like, the whole time,
I think when you're so young as well, and you have that fear, it's really hard to like overcome and stuff.
Definitely. And like, it is something that I went to a psychic back in October, and she did tell me that I will drive, but she said I won't learn to drive in Ireland though. It'll be in a different country. LA,
baby.
I mean, I don't mind like driving a little automatic G-Wagon or something. Driving up Beverly Hills. I mean, I'm fine with that. Once I can drive, I really need to drive. It's so bad. Like,
I know. So I'm starting to drive now.
I know. Go you. I'm proud of you.
Oh, a topic of the week actually that I feel like is very relevant for us to talk about: the shade Jordyn Woods.
I know. I'm really sad about it. I didn't believe it when I first heard it.
Yeah, like,
I still at this point when we're filming, we still don't know if it's actually true or not.
Well, your one from Cheetah Girls came out and said it's true.
She did, but like, we haven't got an official statement from the Kardashian clan at all. So
okay,
we're just going
Kimmy
by
unfollowed,
what we're told.
Chloe unfollowed. Then Kim put up that snap or story of her. And
did you see Courtney with the snake necklace and said diamonds are a girl's best friend, and she was wearing a snake around her neck? I was like, what? Fuck, that was like,
you know who beef. I feel it for? I just feel it for Kylie.
So do I.
Obviously,
Chloe, obviously.
Jeannie Mac, I just feel like she's had such a hard time, and she only after having. But then obviously, I was only sorry. I not only do I not feel it for Kylie, I obviously feel so much for Chloe. She's a young mum, and it must be so hard for her.
Like.
But it just must be so hard for as well for Kylie, because that's like her best friend for so long.
That's like, really hard. It's like picking between your best friend and your sister.
Like, obviously you're gonna pick your sister because it's off what Jordyn done. But imagine, like, I'd say she's in such disbelief still that Jordyn's done that. Do you know?
I won't we're probably never gonna find out the real story, because even Tristan denied it completely. He put up a tweet saying fake news when it came out. Yeah, but like, I feel like now, if it didn't happen, one of the Kardashians would have come out and like defended the whole situation, if you know what I mean.
I didn't know Tristan tweeted that, and has he deleted, or is it still up since?
I'm not sure. I just saw it earlier
because I had put up a poll on like our influencers a dirty word page, and everyone was saying that like there's no smoke without fire. But then a few people, there was like I think 1,000 people had voted. It's just like money.
Oh, Kris Jenner basically got Kylie, Chloe, Tristan and Jordyn all trending on Twitter, like literally 1 to 4, and their new season of their show is coming out soon. So everyone was saying it was just a scandal to get the ratings up, because the ratings are apparently dropping.
And it's Kris Jenner, you would expect.
But I doubt, like, I really don't.
No,
believe
sorry, I
that.
don't mean you wouldn't expect her to do that, but like she's like ruthless in the fact that you
Yeah.
think she would do that, but God, like that's awful. Like why would she use like?
I mean, you know me, I love the Kardashians. I'm going to defend them to bits because
You do
they
love
are
them.
my people.
But do you ever see like just so funny on Kris Jenner? Do you ever see like the memes and it's like so Kim like done a sex tape, but as her mom, and it's like, but what? Oh my God! And then
The whole show was fucking outrageous back in the day. Like, I'll never. Do you remember that episode? I could talk about.
remember they used to like not be wearing seatbelts in the car and all, and
But do you remember that episode when Brody? This is when Kendall and Kylie were like 9 and
babies.
10.
Yeah.
And Brody, and you remember Brody's friend? I cannot remember his name. He was in The Hills a lot. He was kind of like, he kind of had like a Spanishy American accent, and he was like,
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
oh,
my
what
God,
was his
I do
name?
know.
And he was like real rich and like,
Not something
what
else.
the hell is his name? Anyway,
Let me Google.
do you remember
that.
they had the stripper pole? Chris had a stripper pole in
Oh
her
my
room,
God,
and
yeah.
they were doing like Girls Gone Wild, and it was like Kylie and Kendall
Yeah.
spinning off the
Yeah.
pole, and Brody walks in, and your man's recording them, and he's like, "What
the
fuck
fuck
you
is going
doing?"
on? I know.
Sorry, I don't even know. But the fact that Kris Jenner had a stripper pole in her bedroom,
In her bedroom. I know. Outrageous. Carry on.
what a family.
But yeah,
Goals.
that is just mental about the whole Jordan Woods thing.
Yeah.
And like I just thought it was so funny that now like the lipsticks, the Kylie lip kits that are named Jordan,
The
have
Jordan
gone half
one
price.
is discounted on the website. Yeah.
And then the
That
eyelashes.
is such
she
a
only,
like hit though, isn't it? You would feel like you'd be like, fuck.
And then she only like launched her eyelashes. And then
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she launched her eyelashes. Did
Oh,
you
I
not
didn't
see
know
her
that.
interview?
No.
She's like, this has been real. It's all been real. And like, she's just leaving it really like, what's been real? I know you're like, you know the way Americans be like, this is
Yeah.
real. Like, it's so, like, they'll use it as like a,
Yeah. It's literally like breaking the girl code.
I know.
Like multiplied by
Like,
a million.
Wonder what would you, like, I've never experienced that with a best friend. Like,
No, I'd
kissing
imagine
my
most people
boyfriend.
haven't either. But like, it's such an outrageous.
Next episode,
that
how to
life
deal
though,
with
isn't
your
it?
best friend who kisses your boyfriend.
I feel like it's that life though. Like they live such outrageous lives that like
Yeah,
these things would probably never
their morals
happen
are just
to.
gone. And
It's crazy. I
Yeah.
was just so shocked.
I can't believe it because I
Jordan.
love Jordan. And then underneath Jordan's recent photo, it has baby girl like Chloe, like right.
Yeah, Chloe had
like,
commented and they were like,
baby girl, like look,
and like they had been family friends, so they were very friendly for years.
Mm.
Like obviously,
outrageous. Carry on.
but it's just sad for if it did happen. I think like I would like to think it was just like an absolute mistake. Maybe she was drunk or whatever. Not that it's right, but like to me, she had so much on the line. Why would she risk it?
Yeah, and
It's
stories
not
are
worth
coming
it,
out
like-
saying that like she had tried to keep him from other women or something, and then
Oh really?
yeah, there's so, like there's here look, there's been like some like 1,000 stories,
Mm-hmm.
different stories, but
Beef.
anyway.
Beef.
It was an interesting podcast.
I feel like it was very random and very funny at
I
times.
think the reason why it was random and funny is because this week was meant to be about mental health, and then we were kind of like thrown a little bit.
Yeah, of
So
course.
we're kind of like, even though we did plan to have the Oscars, but I think after last week's episode, I think it was a topic of conversation that would have been
yes.
quite relevant after our first episode.
Yeah.
But next week we're gonna be talking about mental health,
Yeah.
which is really, really important, and I think it's
Of course.
it'd be really nice episode to do. And we also have a really amazing guest that I think is an advocate for mental health.
I'm excited because I've never met this guest
Oh,
before.
she is amazing, and she also has a really, really inspiring story that I'm sure a lot of girls can relate to too.
Yeah.
And you'll probably feel so inspired after. I love being around her. She's like a tonic. She's actually like a tonic. So yeah, I'm excited.
And it's our
about
first guest.
that. I know, it's our first guest,
How
and there'll be
exciting.
many more. We got like short news of one today that I got ecstatic about, but I don't know whether it's gonna happen. So I'm not gonna say it.
No,
But
don't
if
say
you're
it, just in case
watching,
it doesn't happen. But yeah, this is going to put pressure on them. Now,
yeah,
so
if you're watching,
yeah.
So,
So of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any podcasts.
Mhm.
This will be available on Spotify and hopefully iTunes very soon. We will let you know
yeah.
when they will be available to
Mhm.
listen to as well. If you're not into the whole YouTube thing.
You can listen on the way to work, because I know we
In
got
the
a couple
gym.
of comments.
We got a
about
few people wanting, to just go on their walk and just
Yeah.
put the earphones in, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have that ready for you guys soon. We'll let you know. And follow us on our Instagram page. Follow us on. Oh my god! I was like choked when I was with
Follow us on Influencer is a dirty word.
Yes.
And thank you so much for the support as well. I can't just
It was
Thank
crazy.
you,
It's
Zana.
actually really mad.
yeah.
like the support we got. Even before the first podcast had come out, like people were so excited and following the page and everything, and we hadn't released anything yet. So that's like, I know, really cool.
Crazy. You guys are the best.
You guys are the best. And also follow me and Neve on our Instagrams as well. Neve has lots of fun stuff on her page. I have lots of makeup stuff if you're into that.
Just sharing things that we love and do. So yeah.
Having the lols.
Oh my God, my stomach. Time to go, bitches. I'm hungry.
Okay, bye.
Bye.